Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. You got your hosts Andrade and Irwin back at it again, and today we continue our last episode of the NBA Orlando Team Profile Series, covering the Lakers and the Bucks. Finally, shout out to everyone checking out the series. And look, if anyone's actually paid attention, which is very few people, we know we've been slacking. We're gonna blame it on scheduling and the fact that we're pieces of shit. But it's cool. We're here. We're gonna finish these these last two, and then we'll finally be able to talk about the playoffs, because the playoffs have already started, and we started this series before the bubble games even started. Any comment on that, Erwin?
Shit, man. I have a feeling we're gonna show up on a meme somewhere in NBA Twitter. But,
man,
if we but not for the reasons I want. But you know what? Publicity is publicity. So I'll take that.
Love, hate, it's all the same at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's just get started on the Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers with King James and Anthony Davis. Erwin, what's your take on them, and what percentage do you give them of winning the championship? Going into the playoffs after seeing them how they've been performing in the bubble.
Look, man, the Lakers, gut feeling wise, obviously by paper, like I said this before. I think the Los Angeles Clippers are the best team in the NBA right now. Obviously by paper and roster, but my gut feeling is, I think the Los Angeles Lakers are gonna end up winning the championship.
Really? All right.
But it's just the gut feeling that I have that that LeBron, due to his greatness, and that he finally, he has Anthony Davis is arguably maybe next to Dwayne Wade, the best player that he has played with in his career. No disrespect to Kyrie, and I think with LeBron's greatness, they're gonna find some way somehow to win ring number 4. Because let's face it, if LeBron doesn't win. I don't know why I'm saying wing.
You good?
I know. I drank too much.
You thinking of wings?
I'm thinking of wings, and I drank too much water. So I guess, I don't know, junk off water or some shit like that. Or this might not be water. It might be vodka for all I know. But anyways, if he doesn't win that ring, 4th ring this year, I don't think he's going to catch up to Michael Jordan for the 6th ring. And I know that's something very important to him.
Those 6 rings just look harder and harder.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna make it very difficult for the MJ stands to say that LeBron is not even his equal, or let alone his better.
Yeah.
But anyways, look, obviously we know AD LeBron. That's one of the best duos in the NBA. And look, championship wise, I give them a 65% chance to win it all. I'm not gonna give them 100% because the Western Conference is very tough.
Yes, sir.
You have a lot of good teams, the Clippers, Nuggets. Anyways. And the Eastern Conference, obviously you got the Bucks. They're no joke either, even though they lost to the freaking Magic today. If they keep losing to them, they're not big.
Too good.
Giannis might make a different route. Look, the Lakers are a good team, but I'm very concerned with, I know Colin Cowherd was talking about this. I believe during the NBA bubble and for the season, they were one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA. And in today's modern NBA, if you can't shoot, that is a very serious red flag, per se. And there's only so much that LeBron can do. Like, if LeBron's getting double teamed, if they're cutting off the paint, and the shooters, JR, Dion, Kuzma, Caruso, Caldwell-Pope, if they're not making their shots, then it's gonna be a very disappointing playoff run for them.
Facts.
And now if they're able to shoot it, if they make their open shots very simple, then hey, look, I don't see any reason why not. The Lakers, can make it to the finals and win a championship. I honestly, while I do have the gut feeling that LeBron is going to win the championship, logically speaking, I think they're going to get eliminated in the Western Conference Finals versus the Clippers. But that's my take, man. What do you think, Andrade?
So wait, did you give them a percentage?
I did, 65%. Dude, aren't you paying attention, dude? I'm like...
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think
I
think you need another energy drink, dude.
This episode is not sponsored by Ninja Milk, but if you're looking for an energy drink, this shit kind of hits.
Okay, I guess you gotta clean up your ears then.
What was I gonna say?
You were gonna you were gonna go to Target to buy some Q-tips.
All right, so for the Lakers, I give them
200% chance.
70-80%. I gave the Clippers 80-90. I'll give them 70-80.
Okay.
Here's the thing about the Lakers. It seems in the to win the championship, especially nowadays, you gotta have depth. You have to have a good, solid depth that you can rely on.
They're gonna miss Avery Bradley.
And Clippers have that over everyone else. And the thing is, the Lakers, they have the potential to have that, but their team isn't necessarily showing up, or it's sporadic. Like in terms, they're not as consistently reliable that you can rely on them to win a chip.
They just don't scare me like a championship contender is gonna scare
LeBron
me.
is definitely gonna turn it on in the playoffs. I don't think anyone doubts that. Anthony Davis, I've said this before, his fourth quarter performances and clutch performances, historically speaking, the evidence is there. He's not very good.
But it's fine, man.
And you need that. I know what you're gonna say. Like, he carries the first 3 quarters, and LeBron comes in the fourth.
He has LeBron now,
but if LeBron's getting double teamed, or I don't even know, maybe even triple teamed, or whatever,
but that means
or he's having an off night, Davis has to step up.
I feel you, but if he's getting double teamed, don't you think AD's gonna make the open shot?
Well, I didn't say Davis's defender was the one that's gonna go on LeBron. There's 3 other guys on the team.
There's gonna be somebody open. It's just like I was saying before. If they make their open shots,
but that's like almost any team.
I feel you, but
it's like, are they? Is the evidence there? Kyle Kuzma, is he gonna actually? And LeBron has said this. We need Kyle to perform like a star for us to win a championship.
Maybe not a star, but just for Kyle to perform like he was before LeBron got there. When he was putting,
he said he needs to perform.
When he was putting is he
gonna perform?
No, I'm not saying that LeBron said that, but I'm like, in my opinion, it's like, okay, if Kyle can perform, like that rookie year, that was like, oh shit, damn, this guy was a 27th pick. I'm like, he should have been like a top 5 pick. Then but go on.
But that's the thing, is like
he's mad inconsistent.
And then one person that I relied on, that I was like, okay, he's a great asset to the team, Danny Green. But I don't know what he's been doing. I don't know what he's been up to. I don't know where his head's at. He's been off.
Like he started well during the regular season, the men from down now. He's just been like,
and then I don't know if the pandemic had a negative effect on him. So it's just all these factors. Dion Waiters, if he can perform like Waiters Island, then maybe he could step up and be the 3rd star or 4th star, or at least have his moments. Because
it's a scoring option.
Playoffs is all about situations and moments. And if you can have a great night, or you can have those important moments, any player have one of those important moments that changes the game or captures that W. That's all what the playoffs is about.
Dion's not afraid to take that shot. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So as long as he can sink him. Same with KCP. Rondo's out. Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. I actually believe in those two. But like, Dwight Howard is not the scorer that he once was. But at least
he'll do the dirty work.
Yeah. And same with JaVale. So those like. Yeah, and then Caruso, I think Caruso could be an X factor in terms. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Caruso steps up and becomes a valuable player for the Lakers during this entire playoffs.
I mean, he already is. One thing.
No, but I'm talking about, like, you know what I mean. Like,
one thing about Caruso that I really like, it might be his first time in the playoffs.
He's a hustler.
But
he's got good basketball.
But a lot of people will say he's a very high IQ player.
That's what I say. He's got very good basketball IQ. And players that work hard, like have the work ethic and high basketball IQ, are the players that LeBron loves to play with.
Absolutely.
And loves to have around him when he's on the floor.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Caruso's probably going to get a good amount of minutes. But that's where I leave him at. Like, right now, I don't know, man. I could see them either falling, losing in the Western Conference Finals.
That's their floor, I think.
And
the Blazers,
I don't know, because now that they're going against the Blazers, now I'm not gonna say I believe the Blazers are gonna win, but if there was any eighth seed in this entire run or like this year for the playoffs that I would have picked as the scariest for the Lakers, it would be the Blazers. And remember when we talked about like I told you, like, the Blazers for me had the highest chance to make the 8th seed and to be the hardest team to go against if they got the 8th seed.
Well, they have the talent to be able to give the Lakers.
They have
fight.
the talent, the depth, and they have an actual superstar, not star,
superstar. And Dame, and they got a and their second star is no joke either. CJ, like,
oh yeah, and
like, man, the Dame and CJ are gonna run like circles. Like, they're gonna have a heyday with the Lakers backcourt. But is that gonna be enough?
Yeah, and Nurkic, and then
too.
Carmelo might have, like, again, it's all about moments. If Carmelo has his moments, which I know he's gonna be looking for those moments. And then here's something that I like about the Blazers is that their center is so good that they got Whiteside coming off the bench. And Whiteside isn't like a amazing center, but as a bench center, he's probably one of the best bench centers you can pick in the NBA. You know, like, he would probably start for a decent amount of NBA teams out there. Yeah. So like that, their front court's looking pretty nice. So yeah, that's my take on the Lakers. Like, I'm a little
just some concerns
facing the Blazers.
But you know what? That's the beauty about the NBA right now that's been absent during the KD Golden State era.
True.
It's fact. Like, you know, you don't.
And that's
know.
what we went into the season. Everybody was excited. Like, yo, it's the most competitive. It can go anywhere.
You don't know what's gonna go on.
Yeah, and then the pandemic happened. We're like, fuck, are we not gonna? But then it came back, and actually it came back low key, almost better than ever. Like, everyone's just been on.
It's a whole new game, like this.
Yeah, I mean, last night we saw it with the Mavs and was it today? No, it was last night, right?
The Mavs and the Clippers. Yeah,
it was last night, right?
Porzingis, that bullshit.
Like, but like, goes to show, like, bro, we're watching a 2 and a 7, and it was highly competitive.
Yep.
And
I know, and you saw today, man, that 1 versus 8, the Bucks got upset by the Magic.
And then this is I'm down to do this as a separate topic, but I think what this playoffs is gonna show and what it's dividing up is that we're finally seeing the transition from the old NBA in terms of like the stars of the late 2000s to 2010s. And it's like transitioning and like passing the torch to the younger NBA with Luka, Tatum. I was about to throw Zion on, but he's not even in there. Yeah, Giannis. Like, it's the torch is being finally passed, not just from one player to the next, but from like one generation of players to the next generation of players. I think that's what we're gonna see this 2020 play, and it works perfectly. It's the start of a new decade, it's the start
generation,
of a new era in the National Basketball Association. And all right. Enough about the Lakers.